This is an Insane Cast production. You're listening to Thanks for Watching the All Movies Podcast. With your cast, Beth, DJ, Jimmy, and Adrian. And now, thanks for watching.
Welcome to Thanks for Watching, episode 1834, title to come later. Whatever.
Or will it?
Or will it?
Something really, really good.
It is. Last week's title, Jerking Back to Kabuki Tears. That was funny. I liked it.
It was a good one.
It was a good title. Anyway, hey, I'm DJ, sitting over here to my right.
Is the one and only...
Hi, I'm Jimmy.
Sitting across from him
is Adrian Rondo.
And sitting across from me on the very far side.
A very large table is between us.
Large.
It's Beth.
Hey, Beth.
Yo, Beth.
Yay.
We love Beth.
Oh, that's sweet.
We all love Beth.
You know, I really loved you in last week's conclusion of the
show.
That was at first I was like, this is kind of funny, and then by the time it was done, I was like legitimately laughing super hard in my car by myself, which probably looks super weird to the people around me, but it was great.
You mean the weird thing that was happening when the whole show took a dump for me and I couldn't hear what was going on, so I was just talking to myself?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Great.
Yeah.
I forgot that DJ put that on there.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded great, and you know, you have a good voice.
Totally.
Thanks.
You could go places with that voice.
Probably not. I'll just stay here. But thanks for saying so.
You know, Crackhead Blue, she was telling me, she was laughing and saying, I can't believe you had a funny scene at the end of the credits. I'm like, yeah, we like Marvel.
Yeah, we do.
Our very own podcast sting.
Yeah,
yes.
We'll just have to figure out something else like the Mockingbird thing.
Please don't, because we totally screwed it up.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was awesome.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was awesome.
I'm going to go ahead and veto that right now. We failed.
It'll go in the...
I second that veto.
That's fine.
It won't.
In the bloopers version.
It won't. No, but it sure won't.
But
it's a fail. Let's move on to the rundown, shall we?
I was going to say,
yes, let's do it.
The rundown, we're going to have a little bit of talking about Venom again, just because it was seen again. First Man, Bad Times at the El Royale, box office numbers streaming challenge. We have a new one. Maybe it's going to be too easy. I don't know. I wasn't
in charge of it this week.
Yeah, and I was playing it this week, and it was like, oh, boy, just like a couple notes of the music in the background might give it away. But
it will for me, I'm sure.
I'm sure, absolutely. And then we'll have next week's opening, some future films, and an added section to the end of the show is called Next Week's Discussions.
Oh, next week's discussion.
Because I want listeners to give us some feedback.
Yes, we want them involved.
Involvement.
Involvement is important in everything you do.
Totally.
I learned that just last week.
Why is it called feedback?
Why? Well, because it comes back to you.
You were feeding it back to you.
Yeah, it's like a boomerang, and you throw it.
So then why are you calling this segment Future Discussions?
That's what it is.
Why don't you just call it listener feedback?
Oh, listener feedback.
Well, because I don't want it to be I don't want it to be all feedback. I want them to be part of the discussion.
So you want us to discuss their feedback?
I want us to discuss their answers.
Okay.
I'm going to ask them a question, and they will answer.
So this is
just like you, yes, and just like you guys will answer the same question at next week.
Next week's Q&A.
Yeah.
Are we doing it live? Is that what? Are we going
live?
there? Are we going live? Are we doing Facebook Live? What are we doing?
We're not going live yet. We're not going live yet.
You have sponsors.
We have sponsors. I haven't got an email.
I'm going to set this up now.
All right. He's setting it up now while we're doing
it a weekly thing or is it a monthly thing?
It's a weekly thing. Oh, no. The sponsorship is monthly.
Okay, yeah. I so happen to know the administrator assistant for Preferred Interpreting Services, so I'm contacting him right now, and I'm sure they're going to get back to you.
Yeah, just send them the link.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/TFW movies. And click on that link.
If you need that spelled out,
yes.
Don't worry about sending anything.
Yeah. Well, Patreon is it's always spelled wrong according to my apps and stuff. Patreon.
Patreon.com/what?
Patreon.com.
Yes. TFW movies.
So it's kind of like Aaron.
Yeah.
And D-Nice.
Yep. Kind of like that.
And Jake Wellen.
Mm-hmm.
Will they have their name on somewhere on the website?
We can do that.
Of course they will.
If they're paying for that service,
they're paying to
like
support our
a
podcast.
Banner.
Yeah, then there should be like a banner of Preferred Interpreting Services.
Oh, really?
Like a banner at a Little League baseball field.
That's what
okay. Banners cost more. This is just a fan supporting website. So if you want to talk sponsor,
could we promote them? Like, give them just a spot on the webpage?
We can for more than $10 a month.
10? That's it?
Yeah.
For more than 10.
Tell Cody
$50 a month, and we'll put a banner up.
Tell him to zip it. Tell Cody whatever he does, there's a business that'll match him.
Okay. Oh, wow, I like this.
We'll find a business to match him.
There'll be
I think there's a business sitting right across from
that
you
will
right
match.
now.
Yeah.
I think so.
We don't want a broke-ass business. We want a real business.
Cody's not a broke-ass business.
No, he was talking about me.
Talking about
you.
him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who's just had car trouble and now was broke again.
Oh, that's right.
Well, we're past the passive aggressive. Now we're into assertive aggressive.
Just plain old aggressive.
Plain old aggressive.
It's kind of like Neanderthal. I think I just got hit in the head with like an ass's jaw or something.
This is kind of like the blind leading the blind is what this is.
I think I like the passive aggressive.
So what is the rundown anyways, Beth?
Well, we just did the rundown.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you because the thing was glitching.
The weird glitching thingy.
Did we do the feedback?
We did the rundown. We did the rundown.
Oh, I was asking about the rundown.
Yeah, we did the rundown. Hey, we have entertainment news by Adrian, but I don't think...
I do have entertainment news.
He does.
I do. And it's movie related. I'm no longer doing this whole whatever's not movie related is not part of entertainment news.
Oh, good.
But John Cena is in the final negotiations to star in the Paramount Players movie, Playing with Fire. That's the title of the movie. Playing with Fire.
Playing with Fire. What is this about?
I don't even know, but it's just.
I don't know. Maybe he's playing with fire.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, please stop.
Is it a superhero movie?
Here's the thing with it's not a superhero movie, and there's not a lot of information on it. But I've noticed John Cena's been out in the movie industry this last year or two.
Yeah,
he's become more.
He's starting to
making a presence for himself.
He's kind of following The Rock.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Dwayne
what's up with this?
The Rock
but you
Johnson.
know, John Cena wasn't all that great at first. I think he's getting better at acting.
Well, I think
he was horrible at first, actually.
Well, I don't think The Rock was that good at the beginning either. But you know, with practice, I was a terrible actor when I started out. But boy, did I get better, and then I stopped doing it.
And now you're terrible again.
Now I'm terrible again. I'm terrible at puns. I'm not quick-witted anymore.
Well, that's what I have for you in entertainment news. Nothing else really great's going on. Has anybody died? I didn't look that up. Do we know?
I don't think so. Only in the movies. But I do have a little extra news.
Okay.
I just want to follow up again with Big Checho's little, not little, but huge thing with the Mayans on FX.
Yes.
So he's been talking with the art director, and they'll be getting more art on the show. So that's kind of nifty.
So just to circle back for a half a second.
Yeah,
with
let's circle it.
Adrian's news. It is, according to Variety Online, it is, quote, the family comedy revolves around a group of rugged wildfire fighters who meet their match when they rescue a trio of rambunctious children.
Oh.
Home Alone with fire.
Yes.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh, dear. Macaulay Culkin is the pyromaniac.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Probably not anymore. Well, I
Right.
mean, he might be, but he wouldn't be the rambunctious child anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
He's pretty rambunctious still.
Anyways,
that's what I hear.
Big Chacho Mayans.
Yeah, Big Chacho and the Mayans. So they've been chatting about putting more art in those scenes. In fact, a couple of the scenes that his art was in are probably going to be prominent in the show more often.
Wait,
Nice.
which show?
The Mayans.
FX? Oh, the
The
Mayans?
FX
Oh, cool.
show Mayans, yeah.
He's definitely a sponsor, and he doesn't have to. He's donated so much of his time to us.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
absolutely.
really awesome.
Yeah. Looking forward to, he has a little tattoo special going on in November, on November 11th.
Really?
And it's like 80s themed, and he's got somebody with the DeLorean from Back to the Future going to be there.
Nice.
No way.
Yeah, it's
That's
going to
so
be awesome.
You know,
So-
I think we should go there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to dress up as Doc Brown, and you're going to have to be Marty McFly.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we got to do this.
We're totally going to do this. And we're going to represent.
Yep.
Yes.
Please
November
send
11th.
pictures.
November 11th. All right.
There will be pictures on internet, on everything.
Yes.
So
All right,
do
awesome.
we know what
On the internet.
Mayans is about?
It is a spin-off of
It's about a motorcycle gang, right? It's like
Sons
of
motorcycle gang.
Anarchy.
It's like the
Yeah,
answer.
spin-off
it's like
of Sons of Anarchy.
kind of like a spin-off maybe to Sons of Anarchy, right?
Yes,
Right.
that's exactly
Right.
right.
At all?
See?
No,
You know
that's
about
it.
that.
I liked Sons of.
Come on, you guys.
Yes.
Oh,
we
yes.
can.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Are you doing this just so I'll sing? Jesus.
No, I just got a thing that popped up on my my MacBook that said internet connection unstable.
Yeah, mine said the same thing.
You know, I'm getting off the internet because I'm tired of hearing you guys complain about not having
Me too.
internet.
I'm done with this
Yay,
internet
get
crap.
off the internet. We'll
And
stay
so,
on, Beth. You and I stay on.
I don't need no internet.
I don't need no stinking internet
no
neither.
internet.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, there you go. Computer's
All right.
closed.
Is that better?
Are you happy now?
I am.
Okay, so let's go on with the show.
All right. So one other little thing, it's my news, my own little news thing. I spelled Colette wrong for the movie we watched.
No way.
On the internet.
It's not that he's
and-
trying to offend anybody. It's just that he can't spell.
Yes, I really can't spell with an SHIRT.
You know
really
what, though?
can't.
Let me tell you something. People's names and the way you spell them it can really impact the way they view you if you spell it wrong. And let me tell I have a little story. Once in college, I was in a 300 levels course in my psychology classes. I'm at the end of my psychology courses. We had a report we had to do, a big report.
Yeah.
I asked one person that was in our group to just, I'm like, all you have to do is write down the teacher's name, the title and the teacher's name, just the cover page.
Okay.
He misspelled her name by one letter,
Oh.
and she took off 10% off our grade
Yeah.
just for that.
Just for
Wow.
that, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think that's a little
your teacher's
much,
name.
probably.
She said
Right.
she was completely offended.
Unless she just always has her, if she has her name on the board all the time, then yeah. But I don't know. I had
and
some
it's on the
person who's had their name
syllabus
spelled
and-
incorrectly a number of times. I just go "Ugh."
Like,
I wouldn't, as a teacher, I wouldn't dock people for that. My name's
she thought
stupid.
this big. She
So
told
I
me
guess
she was
I
offended.
guess that's the plus that I have, that DJ's probably the next closest. I have a super plain white name.
yeah, I've been called AJ, BJ, OJ,
DJ Trump.
JD.
DJ.
I mean, I've been called all these names, so
JD. BJ.
well,
DJ.
I'm just saying, I've just been called all these
BJ,
things, and so
CJ,
that's-
BJ, GJ.
yeah.
They've called you AJ?
Lee J.
Uh-huh.
I've been called
Spree
AJ.
J.
Well, you are AJ.
I am AJ, but like I don't really go by AJ.
No.
I should go by AJ's my dad. When I think of AJ, I think of my
yeah.
dad.
See, we don't go by our
Spree
dad's
J.
names.
Yeah, that's
Ever.
just weird. But so when people call me AJ or if they call me Andre, I'm like, no, Andre's my brother, AJ's my dad.
Yes.
I'm Adrian.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyways, so show.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
So,
back.
back to the
Come
show.
back to the show.
We're back, Beth.
Well, that's all I have. I spelled Colette wrong on the internet. So if you're looking for our show, don't search for us by Colette.
You could have probably just like. You probably could have just like edited it, and then.
Yeah, but by the
fixed the problem and then just
yeah.
dealt with it from there.
But I put it on
But I
a
see what you
ton
do.
of stuff until before then, before realizing it, and it was like, oh, crap. And there's a couple
you
of
should
things I
probably
can't
still go
edit.
back and fix them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that. I'll fix all the ones that I can. When I'm going through and promoting
you're
this show, I'll fix all the other stuff. Sound like a good plan?
There
It
you
sounds
go.
Great.
Yeah,
There you
let's do
go.
that. So,
Because
let's have a little
like
feedback
not
about
everybody's
that.
necessarily going to listen to this episode and know that you realize that you spelled it wrong. They would just look at our stuff and go like, "Oh man, that guy can't spell anything."
right. Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
yeah,
Dang it. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
That's okay. But hey, you know what? We get a lot of feedback from our fans, and we get it through our phone number. A lot of times it's through
oh
text.
my god, we still haven't done this yet.
Hey, I know.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's only been 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm so glad you feel this. 'Cause I knew I wasn't alone, but I just needed a little affirmation.
Let's not drag it out this time. Let's hurry up, get it out. What is it, DJ?
Thank you for that. 512 podcast.
And that is 512-763-2278.
And
All right.
just so you know, you can call that number and leave a voice message, and we'll even play that voice message on the show.
Awesome.
So you get to hear yourself
Hear
the
your
very
own
next
voice.
time. It'll be
Yes.
awesome.
On the show.
You can find that phone number on our website, www.tfwmovies.com. Ready,
And
go.
If you're a listener and you don't know how to spell tfwmovies.com, you're on your own.
Really?
Yes.
Ah, come on. Look it up on the website.
It's catching on.
That's right. And our-
TFWMOVIES.com.
Yay!
Great, yay! It's
And
great
then
hearing somebody else say it.
shout out at tfwmovies.com is our email address.
Beth, what is that?
SHOUTOUT at TFWMOVIES.com.
Wow,
Yay!
you did that quick
Wow,
too.
she did really good.
So, at TFW Movies is another way to contact us on Facebook. There we go.
Facebook.
Facebook. Twitter.
Facebook, Instagram.
And Instagram. Click,
At
click, click.
TFW
Selfie time.
Movies.
That's it. At
All right.
TFW Movies.
We got that out of the way.
We did. And
It's like record speed too.
it was.
Thank God.
And can I just say
Still took a
thank
No.
thank you, Blue, for being our Patreon fan. We're really grateful for that. Crackhead Blue.
Thank you, Blue.
Crackhead Blue.
Get
Thank you
ready
so
to
much.
be crowded in that rowboat.
Hey,
That's
you're
right.
missing a company. They will be a sponsor within the next 2 hours.
Okay.
Within the next 2 hours,
Within the next
then,
2
All
hours.
right.
then they'll have to have their own little cameo.
preferred interpreting, and you'll
Yeah,
probably
preferred
hear about
interpreting
that
services.
when we do our midweek review this week on
Yay.
Goosebumps 2.
Yeah. And
So-
soon we got a law office that we'll be signing up to.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Broke-ass law.
Broadcast
Broadcast
law.
law.
That's what it is called.
Not by Jimmy Harris.
Hey, so I also ran into another fan / past host, which I'd love to get her on again, Abby.
Abby.
yeah.
I haven't heard of Abby in a while. Actually,
Hi,
I did.
Abby.
She's been listening to the show.
Yeah,
honestly
she has.
and I took my 2 weeks sabbatical. From
Yeah.
The show. Sorry. And she literally called my
was
boss as I'm sitting
that?
right next to him and was like, "Get Adrian back on the show. Tell him he's got to get back on the show."
Adrian
so I have
doesn't
my
know how to
boss,
shut off his phone.
the owner of the company, and her yelling at me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, she had one little comment other than no more Granny. She said it again, so I guess we're going to have to find something other than Granny.
Yeah.
And
she did say, she
was pretty
I had
adamant
dinner
about
with her
that.
one night, and she said, Adrian, you got to tell Granny's got to go.
Granny's got to
Like,
go.
we didn't even sit down for dinner. She hugged me and was like,
Poor Granny.
Granny's
No
gotta
love
go.
for Granny.
No love for Granny. All right. We might have to bury Granny. Oh, but
How about
anyway.
we just tell her to watch movies and then she'll tell you what she thinks. And then, yeah.
I think we
Or
might be able
just-
to make that happen.
Just let her, knit her Afghan or whatever she's doing.
Yeah, we could do that. But she also said, I'm having trouble with these challenges. Could you please make them a little easier? Which,
Well, okay, so here is my thought on that.
uh-oh.
I'm sorry that you didn't get the challenge. I appreciate that you want to get the challenge. I appreciate it. I love you very much, Abby.
We love it.
But it's a challenge.
It is a challenge.
That's why we're picking kind of hard ones, because it's a challenge.
This
God.
one,
So is it I'm just a little lost. Maybe it's because I'm slow. It's a challenge?
that's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
It is a challenge.
But as I was leaving today, I got one last little feedback from Crackhead Blue. She says, okay, well, I love how you guys are talking about your favorite movies. Can you please tell us your favorite horror movies on the show tonight?
Oh, yes.
So, guess what, everybody? We get to pick our favorite horror films, and I don't have a favorite horror film. Actually, I think I do.
Oh, stop being such a goody two-shoes.
No, I think I do have a favorite. Because you know how I love comedy, right? So I thought
Yep.
the Halloween H2O with LL Cool J was just pretty awesome. And so I think that one's one of my
That is
favorite
a good
horror
one.
films. So that being said, Beth, or shall I wait while you pick up 7 of them?
Man, he's just going after everybody.
He is, yeah.
All of us are going to have
It's fine, go
DJ's
ahead.
knuckle prints in our throat
Oh
by
my
the end of the
goodness.
night.
It's because I said he's passive aggressive now, so he took that to heart.
Well, the thing is, like, I didn't take that badly because I'll be the first one to say that it takes that I can't just narrow it down to one. So that doesn't bother me.
Right. And I know her well enough that I could say stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, you're that
And
guy.
yeah,
Well,
and
I've
if
got
you
a
said
friend
like
who's
4 hours ago, what is your favorite horror movie? I would have had a list of 7 by now, but I need to take a second. So please move on to Jim and Adrian.
Oh, move on to someone else who... Oh, Adrian. He's got one. I know it.
Oh, I got a favorite, what?
Horror movie.
We're doing this right now?
Well, yeah, this is the segment of the show where we do
Yep.
get to know your podcast, people. Favorite horror movie. What are you doing?
Excuse me, that wasn't on the rundown.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
Did it sound
That
scary?
did sound scary. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun. All right, so my favorite,
I like the sound effects.
yeah. My favorite horror movie is Halloween.
Ooh, another Halloween show. Okay. You know that's coming out this weekend.
I know, and I'm super
Sorry,
excited.
I know I jumped the gun on the whole thing, but yeah, so this is going to be good. We'll have to go see it. I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait.
We might see it without Penny because I don't think she really wants to see a slasher movie like that.
Which one?
Halloween.
Yeah, Jackie does not want to see that either,
Yeah.
so that's our boys.
You
That
know
might
what?
be
Guys'
Saturday
night
night.
out.
Yeah. Woohoo! Finally.
Yes.
Because I didn't do the guys' night out last night.
Yeah, DJ couldn't separate himself.
I didn't want to.
Couldn't do
What
it.
are you doing?
My stupid phone. I need to put on
Put your-
disturb. Do not disturb.
Phone on
You
silent.
should
All
just
right,
there
like put
you
it
go.
on silent.
I'm
Yeah.
just so
He doesn't
popular.
know how.
I just can't help it.
He doesn't
Humble
know
brag.
how. That's the issue.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm just so popular that everybody loves me, and I'm so cool.
Wait, unless it's your boss who wants to, sponsor us at $50 a month.
We'll talk about that.
We'll
one.
talk about that. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
I want to say Insidious is your favorite. No?
I don't think I saw that movie.
You sent me that movie and said, "Look, this is the best horror movie ever." It was actually really horrible.
I think I just wanted you to go see a horror movie.
I think that's what
I
it
didn't
was.
see it. I don't think
Really?
I saw it.
Insidious?
No.
Oh my gosh, you
Maybe
sent it to
I
me
did.
and didn't see
man.
it?
Maybe
God,
I
this
did
is
see it and it
getting
was so
super
bad I
intense.
forgot it.
I can't handle it.
My Silence of the Lambs.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
That one was like
That's the
psychological,
money.
creepy, scary.
Yes.
So
Anthony
good.
Hopkins.
Is that a horror movie?
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me? What do you think? It's a romance?
No. Well, yeah,
It's the feel-good movie of the summer.
it is. No, I thought it was more of a suspense thriller.
to eat their liver with some
But horror, I guess we could do. I just thought it was more of a suspense horror film. Or not horror,
Yeah,
suspense
you
Okay,
did.
thriller.
so
No, you
then-
just went there. You
then
did
you
that.
really,
You did that,
if
Floyd.
If you are going to qualify that,
Yeah. Okay.
then you need to tell people ahead of time because
well, I'm not.
mine
It's
are
fine.
also not necessarily
No.
like the slasher movies, although
Right.
one is. But
Right. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. Well,
Well-
I mean, Exorcist isn't a slasher movie.
Well,
but-
Silence of the Lamb, by virtue of the subject matter at the
Right.
center of it,
no, I
had
get it.
to be
Yeah.
a slasher film.
I mean,
That's true.
There's a skin suit in it.
it's a horror movie. He takes off a guy's face and wears it at one point.
That is horrific. Yeah, it's a horror movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down
It's
with
a horror
this.
movie.
Yeah,
I don't-
totally.
That is definitely a horror movie.
You didn't really have to convince me, I guess. So, Beth,
Apparently
you're
we
on.
did.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Adrian, is that your phone?
No, that's horror sound effects.
It's not horror sound
That
effects.
one's not horror.
Okay, well, it's supposed to be horror.
What movie was that from?
I have no idea.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Okay,
I
Beth.
think it was trying to be like Psycho,
I think so, too.
which
Yeah.
is a suspense film. Okay, so probably my favorite horror movie list would involve Silence of the Lambs because it's amazing. Scream because my high school years was like I loved Scream. Oculus, as I've said a million times, is really
Yes.
really good.
Yes,
Ooh.
even in
Did
the
you watch
last
it?
of the after the trailer, I've not watched it yet, but I will watch it. Don't you worry, I will watch it before
Okay.
this month is over, before the last October
Okay, please
podcast
do.
is up.
Wait, oh my! The sound effects totally distracted me from one. What was it? It was one of my favorites.
Oh no!
Doing
Well,
sound effects.
You're on Oculus was the last one. Sound effects is making
No,
the show
it was
so much better.
like I had my list, and then there was the stupid sound effects, and then I'm
Yeah.
just like, ugh.
The
and then
list
I
fell
lost
out of the window.
pieces.
Oh.
So go ahead and talk about something else, and I'll shout it out in the
it's
middle.
gonna come back.
Damn.
Yes, do that. I
somewhere
love
in the
it when you
middle.
do that.
All right, here we go. So I guess after that segment, now it's time for. Wait, no, I gotta have a
Frailty!
pause.
Frailty!
What?
The movie
What?
Frailty is wicked good.
Frailty. Tell me about this
Yeah.
film.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It has the late great Bill Paxton in it, also Matthew McConaughey, and it's about a guy who believes that he sees demons, and he basically makes his children fight and kill demons for him, but they're just people. It's oh my god with the sound effects.
Boy.
All right,
That's
I'm done.
not.
Go ahead.
That's not me.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Well then,
It's a
that
really good
after
movie. I recommend it.
okay.
Okay.
Is it on? Is it streamable on right now on Netflix?
I don't know.
Okay.
She's totally now.
Okay,
she's
DJ, your
angry.
turn. What scary movies do you like?
Oh, we
Disappointed.
just talked about. I just said
Tim,
you.
something
I'm not
similar
angry or
to-
disappointed. I'm frustrated.
I am sorry. I'm sorry I didn't guess the right emotion, and I am sorry as well that
And I'm sorry that I started something.
I think it's time for stuff we're putting in our eyes.
All right.
There we go. So our latest venture, over the weekend. We'll start with Adrian and Jimmy.
Yes.
I'll let you guys decide.
So,
Venom.
Jimmy and I went on a date last night. You know, sometimes we got to do like a guys thing and just, you know, do our whatever guys do and go see movies and chase cops.
Chase cops.
We did chase cops. That's
cops.
Another story.
Cop chasers.
Yeah, but we went and saw Venom, and I actually have to say that this is the first movie that I've enjoyed all weekend long. And you're not present. What's going on, DJ?
There's a Black Widow right here.
Okay. So, Jimmy, what do you think of the movie? Good, bad, good?
I think DJ's afraid of a Black Widow.
I am very much afraid of Black Widows.
I don't think I even see a Black Widow. I think it's all
I think he's making it up in his mind.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and do your thing. Let's talk about this movie.
Well, I'm the only one that's talked about it. I've been sitting here talking about it for the last 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah. In Adrian's time.
Okay, I'm not even.
No exaggerations. Did you watch
hour.
Venom, Beth? Did you get a chance to watch it?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I never
Well,
got a
I
chance to
thought
watch
that
it.
Venom. I liked Venom. It was very nice. I like how the symbiote and the main character
Eddie.
became one.
Yes.
I think they formed like a symbiotic relationship,
Yes.
if you will.
Yeah.
I think it was like Jimmy and Adrian.
Yeah, it was.
You know, if we became one.
Adrian would have
Which
to be
one-
the parasite.
I was going to say, which one's the parasite?
I already beat you to it.
You
baby.
did.
Yeah,
How the hell am I the
Adrian's-
parasite? I'm the good guy.
Uh-huh.
I guess we need a definition of good. Just saying.
Like in the film Clock with the House with the Clock in its walls.
House
Well,
with the clock in its walls.
are you a bad warlock? Well, I'm not. I'm nice, but I'm not good.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, maybe that's
I mean,
me.
that's an
I am
important
nice. but I'm
distinction.
good, yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
a very nice,
Yes.
bad person,
Was that?
I think.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, great movie. I'd give it a 9. I honestly give this movie a 9. I don't give a lot of 9s.
I don't think
nine's
I'd go
pretty
quite
high.
that high.
Yeah.
The story was a little underdeveloped, I thought.
You and a lot of other people think the same thing. Yeah.
What do you mean it was underdeveloped?
Well,
It wasn't like El Royale.
I didn't see that one, so I can't comment.
Mm-hmm.
But my take on it, I liked the camera work. I liked the directing. The acting was like probably an 8.
Yeah.
Great cast.
Yeah.
And the storyline flowed, but it just felt like it was. It didn't go at any depth, and maybe it's for a prequel or a sequel, because that's kind of
That's what you mentioned last time.
that genre is maybe what they're doing is setting up multiple franchises of Venom. Because you don't know anything about them other than they like to eat people because they have living organs.
So I know exactly. I understand where you're coming from with this. I do feel like they just introduced the character, and this was just an introduction to what's to come.
Yeah.
Because if had they not introduced the characters the way they did, you can go into like the sequels thinking that you'd be so confused with who is Venom and who is the guy that was owned by Venom.
And what we're really waiting for is to figure out how they're going to incorporate Spider-Man without Spider-Man
Yes.
being a second instead of a lead.
Right, and I think that's a story
Like
that
not like a. So Spider-Man usually has is the picture, the main guy,
right.
where
But
Venom is in
gonna
this
be-
shot is the main guy, versus when in the comic books
you lost me all the way back at how are they going to introduce
Spider-Man into the it's a Spider-Man universe.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Spider-Man's
Yeah,
world.
it's
Oh, I didn't catch that piece.
Oh,
oh,
really?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, they didn't.
I
They,
learned something.
they didn't bring that into the movie, though.
no, they
You
did
would
it.
have to know the comics to know that.
Yeah, and a lot of the
Which I
fans
don't-
did.
Yeah. So
So-
if
Except
you're
for
a fan
me.
of Venom, in Spider-Man. I think that you would get, which I'm really not a fan, but I just so happen to know the content.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Good.
And I give it a 9.
I give it a 7.
A 7?
I give it a 7 overall. I do.
He does.
How dare thee?
How dare thee?
Dude.
Okay, I give it a 6.8577251965.
No!
You know, honestly, I would have given it an 8.5.
What?
But I know you would have
no
rounded up to
points.
9. So I do this in my head. I'm like, okay, really, I give this 8.75.
Oh, dear.
But then I think DJ's going to round it up. So
I am.
I now round it up to
Or
a
down.
9.
Up or
He
down.
just automatically rounds up.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he does.
I do.
DJ, you never round down.
That's true.
He doesn't.
Good point.
The cup is half
You lean
full.
into optimism, so
I
you
do.
you round up every time.
Yes.
Yeah, speaking of optimism, First Man. Boy.
I like Second Man better. Little Seth is a beast.
He is a beast.
I third that.
Yes. But the film, First Man, about Neil Armstrong, played by Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he didn't really look like Ryan Gosling, though.
He didn't?
I didn't think so.
Wow,
It took
that's
me a minute to
good.
figure out that it was
He
Ryan
certainly
Gosling, but I
doesn't
thought
want
that
to
was
eat
good.
cereal.
Because normally
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling's a pretty, handsome dude. He's got his abs and his buffness, and
There were no
His
abs
charm.
in this film.
there's no abs, no
I'm
charm.
feeling a little uncomfortable.
But this film didn't have any of that. There was no sex appeal.
No, I
Zero.
like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something about that I like.
It was all story. It was all
Wow,
about.
you mean it was all substance and no fluff? I can't believe that would be a thing ever.
Right?
I know, right?
Actually, you know,
Not
that
in
you could
this day
tell
and age.
in this film they tried to add fluff, and it was not happening. Like
They're all, damn that NASA and their no sex appeal. It's all science.
yeah.
All that math involved in going to the moon. Damn it.
Didn't they see the '80s movie Weird Science? Honestly,
Well, I think that
Totally different.
maybe they were trying to
Yeah.
counterbalance like all the scientific crap, like the scientific side of Iron Man, and the little bit of sexiness there was in science with Venom.
yeah. Hey, maybe
You know, they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's just make it normal because scientists, not so sexy for real.
right?
No, that's true.
That's not necessarily true.
How
I
often do you
mean,
think like
they're sexy in a different
there are
way.
a lot of sexy scientists.
I know.
Why are you
but
casting a blanket statement, boys? There
No,
are
no,
sexy
no, no.
scientists
That
out
was-
there.
Think
That
about
was all
every
me. That
every
was all
doctor out there is a scientist, and I'm sure there are a lot of sexy
So much
doctors
school.
out there.
You know who are
It must
sexy though?
make you sexy.
Interpreters. Interpreters are sexy.
Yes, thank you, Rob. Or no, it wasn't Rob. That
I don't
did
know.
That.
No, it wasn't
someone else.
Rob. It was another instructor I was interpreting once
Ah,
with Penny.
that's right.
And
That's
this
right.
instructor just sits there, looks at Penny, looks her up and down, and then turns at the audience and says, "Interpreters are sexy."
Oh,
And it was like,
Well, I gotta say, Penny is pretty hot. I mean,
yeah.
She
And
is
I just
quite
was
sexy.
like, he goes,
and then
he
it
literally
got silent.
looks
That's,
at
I
her.
love it.
It was really funny, and I'm like, and that day has resonated with me since then. The last 5 years, that interpreters are sexy.
I'd sleep with her.
I wonder why.
Moving right along. I'm so glad you brought up the fact that Spider-Man universe is part of Venom.
Are you? Yay!
You really did not know that.
No, I didn't. I
You're
had
a
no
guy.
idea.
You're supposed to know this.
Dude, it
Well.
requires reading, and I don't like comic books or reading.
Oh, dude, you're a lawyer with a doctorate.
Are you kidding me?
You had to read.
They tricked my ass into this job.
They do that. They do that.
They're like, you'll be able to wear really cool suits, and you'll be rich, and you'll get to go to court and make people's lives better or worse, whatever
Right.
you choose. And I get there, and it's thousands and thousands and thousands of pages of reading and
Yeah.
writing, and
Tens
I'm
of
like,
thousands.
this is a bunch of crap, but I'm in too deep now to pull out.
See, if you would have went to the $500,000 school, you would have been a lot better
I would
off.
have ended up with a box of knobs
Oh
and
yeah.
not a diploma.
But First Man.
All right.
Oh boy. So there were a lot of knobs in First Man.
Yes, there was. I noticed that because I have an
Science
addiction
is
to
sexy.
knobs.
Yeah.
That is the title of the show, just in case you're wondering.
Science is sexy.
Science is sexy.
Oh,
I love it.
Oh, thank you for that. When I text you guys later, what are we naming this again? You got to remember that.
Yeah, Science
okay,
is sexy.
write that down somewhere. Okay. So this film, it was beautiful. We went and saw it in IMAX. And some of the scenes of the moon were awesome. Are you okay, Adrian? You're like having some.
I'm having like flashbacks to that movie.
He's having
in
a
IMAX.
giggle stroke.
Oh, okay.
As soon as you said we saw that movie in IMAX, I flung back, and I don't know what happened to me, but it was overstimulating.
It probably was.
Way sensory overload in the IMAX theater. I would never see that movie in my IMAX ever again.
Okay, you probably won't see that movie ever
Probably
again.
won't ever see it. But so there were parts when they were in the ship, and there was all these flashy
Did you
lights.
say ship or chick? Or the other one that's right between them?
He said
Not the
ship.
first time he's dropped
Okay.
that
To the
bomb.
first ship.
Okay.
And there was these flashy lights. It was just a lot of movement. The heads were shaking. The
Yeah.
lights were going back and forth.
Did you have a seizure?
I felt like I was about ready to have a seizure.
Now, Adrian,
I haven't had a
imagine if you
seizure
were
in a long
actually
time.
there, how much sensory overload you'd encounter.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have probably crapped yourself.
Well, I love having the real life experience at these movies, but that was just a little too real for me because I honestly thought there was a moment where I was like, I don't have my meds, and I'm gonna have a seizure.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a moment.
Well,
That's not good.
Yeah,
the opening of this film was probably my favorite scene, and that was just him, Neil Armstrong, in a plane going up in above the line of the atmosphere, and just the sound and the noise and everything until he gets to the atmosphere, and then it quiets down and it's peaceful and awesome up there. And then he tries to re-enter, and he can't. He's just skipping across the
lackluster,
atmosphere.
yeah.
Yeah. He goes
man.
down, and then it shoots him right back up, which was really interesting.
I don't think that part wasn't so bad.
No. It was good.
What was that your favorite scene?
That was my favorite scene. I thought that was pretty cool because I never thought, oh yeah, that's what it looks like bouncing off the atmosphere when you're trying to get back in, and boom, you went too fast. I immediately thought, oh wow, that was like skipping rocks in the lake. Boom, skip.
That's
Yep,
so cute.
that's exactly
DJ.
what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
You couldn't
Adrian?
break the
What
surface tension.
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene?
When the screen said the end.
Yeah, that probably was his favorite.
I probably walked
Okay,
out
so
of the movie
Adrian
4
didn't like the
times.
movie. Got it.
Do you know what though? I did not like it.
It was hard for you to process.
But you
it.
wanted to walk out of it?
I walked out of it a few
Several
times because I had
You had to reset.
It was reset was exactly what I do. Things were going on. I'm like, whoa, this is too much. I had to walk out, take a break.
I totally feel
back
you.
in, yeah.
Like State Fair, I got to go put my headphones on and rock back and forth
Yeah.
because it's too loud.
There was moments I was going to
Messes me up.
I think if I didn't see an IMAX, I would have liked it better.
Yeah, let's go see it not in IMAX.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
DJ, what's your overall takeaway?
My overall takeaway is science is sexy.
Don't try to enter the atmosphere too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what
another
she
one.
said.
You have to get in there strategically.
Yeah.
What about you, Adrian? What was your takeaway other than you got all your steps and you got your standing on your iWatch or whatever?
If you suffer from seizures, do not see this movie in IMAX theater.
In IMAX. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Very cool.
And what is your guys' ratings? 1 to 10.
I give it a 9.
I give it. Here's the thing. I actually think the story was good. I think there's a lot of good in this movie, and for the target audience, it did what it was supposed to do, and therefore I give it a 7. Only because I think that
Science
it did.
nerds.
Yeah.
You have to think about the target audience
And science
and what they were trying to convey.
and science is
science
sexy
is
in
sexy.
a weird way.
In
Yeah.
a weird, sticky way.
And here's
Weird
the
is the
thing.
new sexy.
Why you got to
in
qualify
science.
it? Science is just
Yeah.
sexy. To
Yeah.
certain
There
people,
it
science
is.
is sexy.
Hey.
Come on.
Big bottle cap glasses
This-
are sexy.
This movie is
God.
slow. This is
Hey!
a super.
I might have to turn my
Why are you?
I might have to turn my mic off for a minute.
Wow.
Oh,
Says the
cool,
man
Adrian.
with his glasses on that are.
Yeah. Coke bottle glasses.
I almost became a scientist before I moved out here.
Yeah? Oh, that's right. I remember you were saying that. But my warning.
That's totally stereotyping. And, I wasn't going to say anything, but I am going to say something because that's kind of a dick move, dude. That's stereotyping, and it's not cool.
No, it wasn't. Well, okay.
That's kind of like
it is.
That's kind of like NFL linemen are stupid, but percentage-wise, the number of NFL linemen with PhDs
like saying,
in math and science is higher than any other position.
Bottle cap glasses because I wear bottle cap glasses.
He
I
does
need to
wear
feel
them.
sexy.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
there's a serious amount of backpedaling happening.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I gotta live a little.
I'll stop. It's fine. Whatever makes you happy.
You are totally like you. Let's move on.
Yeah, I was going to say. I wanted to I do want to give you a warning, like for what my wife would want to say, is that it's a long movie. It's not quick paced. It's not at all like that. It's telling the story of a man who has really bad communication skills, but is super smart.
Yes.
And
so he was autistic before autistic was a thing.
Probably. That would be my guess. Yeah.
Well, he was going through a lot, though.
He was going through a lot, yeah.
Not
processing it.
I understand, like, what he was going through.
Yeah.
And you become somebody else. You become something completely different.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm, like, autistic or anything like that. But when I dealt with crap like that, like losing a brother, I turned into, like, I shut down.
Yeah.
And every year I shut down. Even 2 weeks ago, I completely shut down. Like, I could not process what is going on. And I didn't care what people had to say to me. And I wasn't going to talk to people.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah, you know. It was, like, it's just hard. Like, you just can't.
Right.
You can't.
Well.
So he may be not autistic. So that's what I'm saying, backing him up.
Yeah.
He's not autistic. When you go through crap like that, like a death, you lose it. You just lose it.
Especially a child.
So
that's our take on that film. But now, Bad Times at El Royale.
That's cute.
You're the only one excited about that.
I really am. I really loved this film. It was excellent, and not because I say every movie is excellent, because I do say every movie is excellent. But we're losing Jimmy for a few seconds. He's cold. He's gonna go get something to warm him up.
Wax on, wax off.
Yes. But anyway, So this was
a good movie.
It was.
I want to talk to Beth about this one a little bit too, but I want to hear what you have to say.
Right. Well, I have to. Let's see. My favorite scene. It's so hard to say because there were so many different scenes in this film that I don't know if it's the gal swinging in the chandelier that I thought was pretty funny.
What made it so great for you? Like, a girl swinging on a chandelier I don't think makes the story great.
No, it doesn't. But I think that what makes it great is that the simplicity of the main goal. The main goal was for one of the main characters, to get this money. That was it. And so the stuff that happened in this hotel was really bad, and the garbage that he had to go through to get his money was just crazy. And I loved that every person, they went by hotel room, and every person in each hotel room had a backstory that they showed, which led them up to the bad things that went on at the hotel, which I thought was really cool. And none of them were really interconnected. Like, the gal in room 5 wasn't at all interested in the money until he mentions it. Huh. And the guy in room 1 had nothing to do with the money, but he had something to do with another thing. So I think it was really neat that everybody was there for their own reasons and their own plight or what have you, and it all culminated at that same time at the same night. And I thought that was fascinating. I thought it was great writing. I enjoyed it.
I didn't think the writing was that great.
Yeah.
Cool.
I actually really disagree with DJ on that. My own opinion is that the writing wasn't that great. It could have been done much better with the story that they had. I feel like the story was good. I liked the content of the story, like what it had to offer.
Yeah.
But I felt like the writing could have been so much better. And I feel like if I keep thinking to myself, Quentin Tarantino did this movie, how would he have done it? Because I feel like the director tried to do a Quentin Tarantino movie and didn't do it as well.
Quentin
Tarantino?
Tarantino?
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
I can't even say his name right.
Well, but so what gave you the idea that it was going to be like a Quentin Tarantino movie?
I didn't have the initial idea that it was going to be like that. My expectations were different.
Yeah.
And then once when I was watching the movie, I'm like, wait, like, what are you doing here? And as we were going through the movie and through the scenes, it just seemed like... And then the ending with the drama was just like... There was just too many things that... And I don't want to spoil it. But your brain goes places when you're watching this. Like, why didn't this happen? This could have happened.
There were a lot of questions at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
And Penny agreed with me. Me and Penny are on the same page with this one. But it was just like, no. It was just, no.
See, and I think that with questions at the end is also good writing. Like these questions that weren't answered didn't necessarily have anything to do.
If they make you think, that can be considered good writing.
Right, exactly. And here's the thing: the main goal of that I saw of getting the money was resolved. What resolved is in, I'm not going to say what happened with the money at the end, but there was closure in that respect. All the other stuff, I guess you guys would call fluff, I guess. But there were
fluff was not. It was too much. It was too much fluff.
Too much fluff.
And it was overdone, I think, at one part. And I think that
I love overdone. I really love overdone.
I just don't think the movie was as great as you thought it was. I was actually disappointed.
No, it wasn't as great as you thought it was going to be.
Not as great as I thought it was going to be, right?
Yes.
And yes. I don't know. Me and Penny, we left, and I think we were both disappointed when we left.
I was not disappointed at all
with what we were expecting.
Yeah. I recommend it. I say go see it. I want to say, I think my very favorite scene was the very beginning of the film with the FBI agent and him going through his hotel room. I think that one was my favorite scene because I was like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder where he's going with this. And the fact that we never really ever find out, I think, is also pretty cool. It could be scenes cut at the end somewhere in the middle.
Well, the truth of the matter is, none of that would have, like, once when the fluff started happening, it wouldn't have worked out that way.
Yeah.
That's the truth of the matter.
Is it?
Yes.
But the truth of the matter to you.
Right.
In your perception.
Because that question was still open-ended, and we could have made it whatever we wanted it to be.
Well, I wouldn't be so strong on my viewpoint had there not been had I not had a supporting team supporting my viewpoint.
Yeah.
Or me supporting theirs. And
I'm the lone wolf in this.
I honestly believe that you're going to see this movie and you're going to feel completely different than I do. And I think you should go see this because I think you will enjoy it.
I usually do.
Yeah. So I honestly think that you're going to be like, you know what, that Adrian's wrong. Like, that was a really good movie.
Maybe.
And I think a lot of people will.
It's possible.
I overthink things, and I look into it, and I think, I think
you have
too much
it
into
seems to me, and this is not meant in a mean way, it's just an observation. You seem to go into a lot of movies with a set perception of what you're going to see.
Yes.
And then when you don't necessarily see it the way you were expecting to, you dislike it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's a good perception.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just because it's not the way you saw it going down doesn't make it wrong.
Right.
Did you have a favorite scene?
I actually agree with that.
Did you have at all a favorite scene?
Yes, I do.
What was your favorite scene?
I hate that I'm going to no, I can't. It's a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
Yes, it is a total
Really?
spoiler. I really cannot give you.
Okay.
And it's actually the movie. I actually give it I give it a higher rate, a 7, a good 7. It's a good movie.
Wow, the other night I don't think you would have
I
given
kept
it a
saying
7.
It's
Well,
7.
that's good.
You keep misinterpreting
Oh,
everything.
maybe you did say a 7.
I keep saying it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
But I can't compare it to Quentin Tarantino's. Like, I can't give it an 8 or 9.
Not Quentin.
Quentin Tarantino.
Like,
Well,
I have this thing with Quentin Tarantino where he's amazing. Kill Bill, amazing.
So if you're comparing it to a Quentin Tarantino
He is,
movie,
but every movie made is not necessarily going to be a Quentin Tarantino.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
and I'm like, Pulp Fiction was amazing. Those movies to me were just such great movies. Vegas, great movie. And I feel like this was
See,
like...
that's definitely what I'm talking about, though, is that you're like,
Right.
well, I'm going to see a Quentin Tarantino movie not made by Quentin Tarantino. Ooh, that wasn't made by Quentin Tarantino. It's poop.
Right? You summed it up there pretty well, Ben.
I feel like that sounds way better than I know me.
I give it a 9 because I really just
Really?
love the interaction and all the stories that went through it. I thought
Chris Hemsworth,
I think
though.
yeah,
So, he did really good. His performance was great.
Oh,
he
that
did.
man.
He had a really good performance.
Yes.
Had it not been for Chris Hemsworth, I don't know if I would like the movie as much as I do like it.
Do you remember earlier I was like, I
Wow.
can't hear Adrian?
Yeah.
You'll never guess what I did.
What?
What did you do?
I reversed the chord again.
Oh, jeez.
Technical difficulties.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, hey, give it a 9. I think that there was a lot of attention to detail in the writing of each person. Each character had their own backstory, which we saw, and I thought was really good. Chris Hemsworth did an amazing job. He
did
was
really good.
He was pretty psycho.
He was definitely the star. He was a great star in that movie.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he was the star, but
he
Jeff
didn't have that
Bridges
much-
really took
He
it
didn't have
too.
that many scenes, really.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. But when he came in with thunder.
Well, he came out. I mean, he was
Like-
mostly abs.
Well, he acted like he was like some god.
He did. Well, he is. In,
You gotta watch the movie to understand what I mean by that.
You mean he's like the god of thunder?
yeah.
Like
I see
Thor?
I see where you're headed with that. That's really funny. But if you
It's a
want
good movie.
to hear Adrian's favorite scene, we will provide that spoiler to you at the end of the credits. So be prepared to have a spoiler at the end of the credits. And you said a 7. I said a 9. Okay, very good. Beth, I can't wait for you to watch this film so you can tell us what you think it is like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Did you get all the movies in?
I did get that was all
House
the.
with the clock and the walls in it too.
We talked about that a while ago. Yeah.
How many times have you watched that movie now, DJ?
I've watched it 3 times now.
Why?
I enjoyed it, and like one of them was only $5.
How
Because
many,
it made him happy.
Yeah.
how many times have you watched Lion King?
Lion King. I
Oh,
can't
Why are
count.
you asking a
Almost
question
10
that
times.
will...
Right?
I mean, when it first
Right.
came out, at least 4 or 5 times at my neighbor's house.
This is
I like
Lion
Snow.
King. This is Lion King for DJ.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
they're all Lion King for DJ.
Do you know what's Lion King for me right now? Is Venom. I want to watch that movie again.
I know you do.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it was good.
I'm actually hoping I can talk Isabel to seeing that movie tomorrow night instead of seeing Goosebumps.
Okay, well, that's
But
fine.
I already told her we'd go see Goosebumps.
Good luck with that.
Good luck. Well, we still have to review Goosebumps.
She's a Goosebumps fan. So,
Okay. So, hey guys, last week's movie clip. Guess who got it? Guess who?
Blue.
Joe.
Crackhead Blue.
Crackhead Blue.
Yeah,
Why was I thinking Abby was going to get it when Abby...
Abby didn't get it. It was too hard for
Because
her.
Abby lodged a concern.
Yes. But the last week's movie was Poltergeist. Thank you,
Was it
Beth.
Poltergeist?
It was Poltergeist.
Which is another one of my favorite horror movies, by the way.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a good... Yes. We need to have a horror movie night.
Uh-huh.
it's
That'll
all-
be
all
Saturday.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Just watched the first one. The second one's okay. It has the Quaker Oats man in it. The third one is total poop, so stay away from that one.
Wait, there's a third one?
Unless you want to... Yeah, it's so poopy.
Wait, when did the third one come
mean-
out?
in like
the second one,
maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there? Okay, so Poltergeist is the one where the girl gets stuck in the TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, there's a second one that came out like a couple years ago.
Oh no,
Nope,
that's a
remake.
remake.
That remake was pretty good too, actually.
I
Yes,
haven't
the
seen
remake was pretty good. I enjoyed it immensely.
Did
Yeah.
you?
The first one came out in 82.
Okay.
The second one came out in, I want to say, 85. And then I think the third one was like 89.
Oh, I never seen the second or the third one. I've only
You're
seen the
not
first
missing
and the
anything,
remake.
really.
But I remember watching the remake and thought, like, with them making it more modern, they did a pretty good job
Yeah,
at
they
keeping
did
it
good.
authentic.
Yeah, they explained
that's why
things that they didn't
Yeah.
explain in the first one. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm a fan of the remake. I really am.
Yeah, I am too.
But the original is
Yeah,
one of my favorites ever.
absolutely.
One movie that I'm actually really looking forward to is the remake of Halloween.
Is that a remake or is it a sequel?
No, this one's a sequel.
This next one
Of
is
what?
a sequel.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? What is her
Jamie
name?
Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
She.
Yeah, it's not a remake. It's a continuation.
Yeah.
You're
sorry.
creeping me out, man.
That's
with
what
your hood on your head.
You're welcome. It's freezing. It's freezing
pretty
in
cold.
San Diego if those
Yeah.
words can ever go
It is
together.
not that cold. It gets colder in Arizona.
Well, shall we do
Let's go on.
this week's clue? I'm only going to do a few seconds. It's not going to be very long. All right, here we go.
Oh, that
Let's
was
do it.
perfect.
It's not done yet. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Turn it off. That one's too easy.
I'm sorry. I know it's too easy, but hey,
It's
that's
too
it.
Easy.
That was the special education version.
Ah.
That's this movie.
Oh, jeez. Anyway,
Oh,
Lord.
oh.
I knew the music.
I already
but
know
it
who's
would
going to
have
get
done
that. I know exactly who's going to. Unless, Abby, you better
Everybody
Everybody
should
should get that.
one.
Everybody gets a green ribbon this week.
Well, we'll see what comes up next week. But in the meantime, that's your clue. So let's see who gets this one. Maybe Crackhead Blue.
Maybe.
I'm actually a little frustrated. That it
By
wasn't
that?
harder.
Oh,
I
come
love it when you
on.
come up with the ones that I'm like, what movie is
What
that?
movie is that?
But
Yes.
that one I was like, within
Okay.
the first second. I knew
Yeah, I knew. If you didn't get it in the first couple of seconds, then yipes. But
Then
but
you're
I did
hopeless.
play a lot. I played that was like 20-something seconds of it.
it. Yeah, you played
It was
too much
not
of it.
20 seconds.
No,
It was 38
No.
seconds.
These guys.
no, I started it.
These guys are
20-something.
having like time issues
Seriously.
tonight, Beth. Like,
Yeah.
Adrian, I've been going on for
I've
like
been talking
10
about
minutes.
this movie for 10 minutes.
So let's move on to streaming then, shall we? Shall we? Streaming. We just finished season 5 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I have to say, this one was one of my favorite seasons. Like besides the first one, because just trying to get to know all the characters and stuff. But this one had some emotion and it had some really great humanity. Human suffering, some human condition that I thought was really good. I really enjoyed this season, and the season finale, I think I nearly cried, maybe a
Really?
little bit.
You can be. We're all friends, DJ. We
I know,
all know you.
I know,
You
but
cried.
it was quite
Just
emotional.
admit it. You cried.
I maybe cried a little bit. Yeah,
Real
but
mean.
A little.
well, it
really
wasn't.
a little.
No,
The rest was
because
allergies.
well, no, I
cried
mean
every
they wrapped some stuff up afterwards that maybe say, oh gosh, suck that tear in, buddy, because you're in for a wild ride in season 6.
Yeah,
If there will be, I
jerk
don't know if
up
there's
that
gonna be.
tear, buddy.
Jerk up that tear. If I could quote Adrian, I jerked that tear up right there. Yeah, though I enjoyed this season. This was one of my favorite seasons.
So
And-
you didn't like it.
No, yeah, right. Oh no, and season 4 I thought was a little. Season 3 I thought was way out there, but
So predictable.
right, not well. I guess predictable, but it was
Nobody is safe during the show.
Not at all. But
I love you, Keen.
yes, awesome, Keen. It was great. I enjoyed this season. If you decide to skip 3 and 4, just go straight to 5.
Why are you going to do that?
I don't know why.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
You just made like completionists everywhere go, oh!
I know, right? Don't skip it. Just go all the way through. Because
watch it.
season 5 is coming and you'll love it. Anyway, so that's it. And Penny and I have started watching Kidding, so we'll talk about that when that season is over. In case you need to know,
okay.
Kidding is the Jim Carrey television show where he is playing a character like Mr. Rogers, but goes through a terrible tragedy.
Oh.
And how he deals with the tragedy within his life.
So basically, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Kind of. Mrs. Doubtfire. But less drinking.
There was a little bit of drinking.
Yeah. But good. It's so far I'm enjoying it. But I've only seen 2 episodes. It's pretty obscure, I think.
There you
That's
go.
probably why I'm enjoying it. I'm starting to really enjoy those obscure things.
The older you get, the weirder you get.
So, and then...
Well, now, Beth, we've touched on everything except for disabilities. We've now got ageism going on. Getting old is weird.
Things get better.
It is.
Things get better when you get older. I really believe that. It's so much better.
Says the 24-year-old.
I'm 30 years old.
Right. He really isn't, folks. It's a lie.
I really am 30. I promise you. I would never go back to 24. I don't want to go back to 24. I don't want to go back to 25, 26. I don't want to go back to my 20s at all, actually.
Yeah, 20 sucked.
So you finished season 3 of Bosch.
I did.
Yeah. Tell us what you think of the whole thing. Like,
season 3 wasn't as good as 1 and 2.
okay.
Yeah. But it was cool because it tells a little bit about Harry's background. Introduces his ex-wife and his daughter who comes to live with him.
Okay.
So if you want to skip season 3 and just hit on to 4.
Yeah. Yeah, you only miss some mildly good stuff in there.
Okay.
Some
No,
low-grade
there's
plot points, not a big deal.
Right. there's a Harry was a Special Forces Army Green Beret, and you get to see some of his mad Liam Neeson type skills.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty. That's all I'll give you.
Got it.
There's 1 or 2 really good episodes in there.
Cool.
Cool.
And then Beth, the Curious Creations of Christine McConnell. Sorry,
Christine McConnell. Yeah, it's something I started watching yesterday, and it's an interesting. It just came out on Netflix, and it's like the awkward love child of a baking show and like Sesame Street with a side order of kind of sinister Halloween. It's very weird. There's the lady who makes they're really impressive baked goods, like haunted houses made out of cakes and all sorts of stuff. It's really interesting. But then she also has these weird Muppet-like friends who live in her house with her. It's bizarre, but if you're interested in watching a lady make really neat baked goods with a Muppet raccoon who was hit by a garbage truck, it's fun. I mean, watch the first episode and you'll either really like it or go, wow, I will not get that half hour of my life back.
Is that anything like Roadkill?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Gosh.
So, Oh, and then also we started watching The Haunting of Hill House. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that's been popping up on the Netflix queue.
On the Netflix, and it's based on. There have been a couple of Haunting of Hill House movies. One like from the 50s is like my mom's favorite horror movie ever. And then there was one in the early 2000s that was kind of like wah wah. But this one actually seems to be sort of staying true to the original storyline. It's pretty cool. So, as soon as I'm finished with that, I'll let you know.
Okay, sweet.
Good.
Yeah.
Also, Frailty is streaming for free if you have Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Prime Video.
Cool. Check that out, y'all. Mm-hmm. All right, next week's openings. There's a lot coming out next week, but I do want to mention that the midweek review is probably going to be Goosebumps 2. So we're gonna review something in the middle of the week. So if you have Patreon,
another Jack Black movie.
Yep, you'll get to hear us talk about that in Patreon. And then Beautiful Boy, I think, came out this week. Limited release, but that I think we want to go see that one of these days. So that should be on next week's show. The Hate You Give, I thought that was coming out a couple of weeks ago, but I think it's definitely coming out this weekend. Another one I want to see, Old Man and the Gun. That's
that is
The Hate
is
You
that
Give
Robert
has been
Redford
out
in
for
that
2
one?
weeks.
Yeah, but it's fully released this week. So, but anyway, what was that, Beth? I missed that.
Is Robert Redford in that one?
No, that's not Robert Redford. That's
I ask because I saw a trailer for this movie 140 years ago.
You're right. That's Robert Redford.
Okay.
I don't know why I was thinking about the other one with I'm
not sure who you're thinking.
I'm thinking of Do You Feel Lucky, Punk?
Clint Eastwood? Yes, they're very similar.
Thank you. Because he has one coming out soon too, and that's I don't know why, but yes, Old Man and the Gun looks really good. Robert Redford. Looking forward to that. Halloween comes out this weekend, and Mid-90s comes out this weekend.
Oh yeah.
So, a lot of movies coming out this weekend. That's really interesting.
The mid-90s. They're coming back.
Yep.
I actually liked the 90s. It was good times.
Oh.
I was like in 7th grade.
Yeah, I was not in 7th grade.
I was not in 7th grade either.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Box office numbers. What have you got for us, Jimmy?
I've got numbers.
Numbers. Number
Get
one.
your numbers here. What do you think?
Oh, wow. I think First Man.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I'm going to go First Man.
What do you think?
I'm guessing it's still Venom.
Okay, what do you guys think is in second then?
And second, I think, is Venom.
Okay, what about you, Beth?
Goosebumps.
Okay.
Goosebumps.
And then what do you guys think is third?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'd say Goosebumps.
Okay. Nobody gives a crap about third this week.
Yeah. Who's third?
No, I just can't remember what else is out.
Third is the spot right above when you don't get a medal.
Yeah.
Wah, wah. That's not what I meant, Smarty.
Number
pants.
one, with a total gross after 2 weeks of $142 million.
2 weeks.
Venom.
Yo.
In number two, a total gross of $94.6 million.
Wow, that's really good. Wow.
And a 2-week run of Star is Born.
Star is Born. Wow, I didn't even. That just flew off my radar too.
And
yeah, I had forgotten about
third
that
place.
Third place.
Not Seth, but the First Man.
Aha.
At $16 million. First week.
Cool.
So
right.
A Star is Born only had a $36 million budget.
Okay.
And they're at almost 95, so they're doing well.
They spent it all on Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Yeah, exactly.
And Venom,
top of the lines.
$100 million, and they're at $142.
Okay.
So they're in the black.
They're in the black too. That's good. Hey, that shows they've got money. Hollywood's still banking it.
Yep.
So cool.
Night School's well in the. They just doubled theirs.
Oh, good.
So.
Good job, Night School.
Yeah.
Bad Times at El Royale.
Yeah.
Only 7.1.
Okay, well, yeah.
And they have a $32 million budget.
I think part of that also has to do with how they marketed it, which was almost not at all.
Right. Yeah, there was not a lot of marketing.
Like, there's a trailer, but, like, what happens in the trailer? You have no idea what's going on.
You have no idea. Exactly. Yeah. And I don't see how you could make a trailer for that film. I mean, there's really...
Well, there's your problem right there.
That is. That would have been a problem. Yeah.
They're all, let's just... it's raining in a field, and Thor's there, and then there's a lady on a chandelier, and that chick from the 50 Shades of Grey movies, and...
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think that they banked on Thor.
Yeah, well, you know,
Chris Hemsworth. I think they were just banking on him selling the film because the trailer mostly showed him in the poppy field with his shirt off. I mean,
exactly.
Oh, now I've got to see it.
Right? Like, so
I feel the need to see this film. I am hypnotized. By the glorious abs of Thor.
Well, anyway, future movies and trailers. Kind of short on this part, just because
It's okay. We've made up for it in other parts.
We sure did.
We have peddled some serious crap tonight.
We sure have.
Yeah,
the girl in the spider's web.
I still can't wait for that to come out.
That's looking good, and they just released another little trailer.
That was awesome.
It was pretty awesome. Yeah. So yes. Ooh, what?
Did you guys see the teaser for the live-action Aladdin?
No, I meant to see it before this show, but I never did see it.
Look it.
I will.
Up. It's a teaser, so it's like 40 seconds long, and you're like, "What? Who? Huh? Who?" But it's cool. It looks good.
I can't wait.
Aladdin, huh?
Just by hearing the words.
Yep.
Live action Aladdin. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, and Will Smith is going to be the genie, which I think can work, but I will be sad for Robin Williams.
Gosh.
I heard he was going to be genie. So.
You know what?
I will definitely go see this movie.
Well, he can sing.
If someone is going to step into Robin Williams' shoes, they have to be worthy, and I think
he. Yeah, you think he's worthy?
There's a couple people, and he's one of them.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that it'll be fine. I think it'll be good.
Morgan Freeman, that would be weird.
That would be weird. I mean, he's got... he could maybe, but...
Steve Carell, not so much. Will Smith, man, he fits because he's got a similar kind of cadence and rhythm of life thing going on.
I didn't hear no fat lady. That's the first thing I think of.
Aw, Independence Day reference. Aw, hi guys.
Yeah, there they are.
Has there been any films with Will Smith and Robin Williams together?
I don't know.
That would have been awesome.
I don't.
Really awesome.
That's like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I don't think I could play this game.
I could do it if you give
Men
me a
in
minute.
Black.
I
Men in Black instead of Tommy Lee Jones, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, that would have been cool.
That would have been cool. That would have been awesome.
That would have made a really funny movie.
Yeah, it would have. All right. So
Not
next,
that I don't like Tommy Lee Jones.
No, exactly. So next week, we want to know your favorite animated film. All right. So, and we want to talk about it on the show. So we're going to talk about our favorite animated films. Show. I was going to say show. I don't want to say show. On the show.
So you're giving me, so you're giving me a week to come up with this list.
Giving y'all a week, yes.
To compile a short list.
Yes,
not
right.
to exceed 150.
Yeah, right.
Oh, well, that's easy.
So, hey, send us a text or voicemail or whatever on 512-podcast or shout out at tfwmovies.com or at TFW on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Send us what are they called? Those messages. What is it? Private messages? Direct message. DM us. That's right. We're down with that lingo.
Oh, man, are we? Because you just had to ask about it.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
What was that, Adrian? You needed to say something before we
freezing.
Did everybody do it?
I'm so freezing right
it's
now.
Cold.
It's
okay.
cold. It's colder than this in Phoenix.
Yes, right.
Shut up.
So, all
10
right.
minutes ago. It's not that cold now. I'm dying.
That's right.
I'm like in the middle of the North Atlantic after I fell off the Titanic. Ugh. It's so cold now.
Cold. Don't worry, Santa Ana's coming through. It'll warm up.
Let me go.
Well, hey, thank you.
I'll never let go, Adrian.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
you.
I want to thank the audience, most of all, for listening to Thanks for Watching. Because without you guys, the show wouldn't work the way it works, and it's pretty awesome, I think, the way you've got it going.
Yeah.
I also want to thank Joshua Struthers, Big Chacho, DJ McGee, Jimmy Harris, Beth Labine, Adrian Rondo, Jackie Harris, and Penny McGee. Thank you all for making the show possible.
Affectionately known as
Hello.
Penelope.
Hello.
Penelope.
Penelope.
Is something going to come out?
That's funny.
Penelope.
All right, so this is the spoiler spot. This is the spot where you need to turn this off if you don't want to know Adrian's favorite scene in Bad Times at the El Royale.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here
Which
we
he thought
go.
would spoil the movie, so.
Right, so here you go. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
You've had your...
All right.
Okay, go ahead, because now that everybody's turned it off.
Okay.
They don't want to hear it.
So my favorite part of the scene would be, I would say when the young kid, I don't know what his name was. He looked like
The bellhop dude.
The bellhopper was laying on the ground, about ready to die, and the father that wasn't a father came over and prayed for him and acted as if he was the father or priest
Okay.
to make this kid feel better.
Okay.
To give that kid closure right before he died.
Yeah.
Because, that kid did some very bad things, like kill a lot of people.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So killing's bad now?
But he really wasn't a father. And so finally, at the end of the movie, he says, I am not a father. I'm not a Catholic priest, blah, blah, blah. And the kid's like, oh. And then finally when the kid was dying, the guy acted like, he's like, yes, I am a priest. And just gave that kid closure, made him feel better about dying.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
Wow,
That
there
was
are a
good.
lot of famous people in this movie.
There really are a lot of famous people. And the part of that scene, there's a line that I thought was missed that I thought would have been completely hilarious, and it would, because he died right on the border of California and Nevada, right there on the line.
Calneva.
I know, and I was like, my whole thought would have been, please don't let me die in Nevada.
Like, what's funny is I had a nightmare the other night. And
Another
it was just,
one?
Yes. Though nothing bad was happening. Nothing scary was going on. The problem was I was living in Vegas.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas, and I was just living there. And that was a nightmare.
That was your nightmare.
That was my nightmare.
Well,
that's where you were.
I am frozen.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're frozen.
I'm a big fat guy popsicle.
Wow, those don't happen very often.
In.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, that's the show. And cut.